So now it's time to talk about Booleans, and a Boolean value is true or false. That's all there is, but how do we use them? We actually use these all the time in every kind of programming, right? Every programming language has to allow you to determine, is something true or is it false? So the easiest way to start with these is to look at comparison operators, and you can see these on the screen over on the left side. But for example, if I say 5 is less than 1, it's going to be false, and if I say 5 is greater than 1, it's going to be true. So in the console you're going to get a Boolean value returned to you every time you use a comparison operator. So if I say 5 is less than or equal to 5, of course that's true, and if I say 5 is less than or equal to 2, of course that's false, and so on and so forth. So the less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, those operators you've probably seen before. Now, an operator that's specific to programming languages often is the equivalency operator. And so we can say, is 10 equivalent to 2? Obviously not. What about, is 10 equivalent to 10 the string? And this is kind of odd. It comes back true. In most programming languages, that would not be what you get. You would usually get false. So JavaScript has this strict equivalency operator, and it's a triple equal sign. And then if you try to find out, is the string version of a number equivalent to the actual number, then you get false. So it's important to recognize the distinction between the triple equal sign, which means strict, and the double equal sign, which is kind of loosey-goosey. As a rule of thumb, you're probably going to want to use the triple equal sign most of the time so that you can be sure that you're getting actual equivalency when you try to find out, is this the same as that? That's how we're usually using it. And often we're not using it with numbers. We might be comparing two strings. We compare a lot of things when we're writing programs. So let me clear this. And I also want to talk about the not operator. And so as well as having 3 is equal to 3 with the equivalence, okay, so is 3 equivalent to 3, we have the opposite, and that is not equivalent to. So of course when you do the opposite, you get the opposite Boolean value returned. And the same applies to the strict negation, right? If instead of 3 equal signs, we have an exclamation point, which means not in programming languages, most of them. And then you get the opposite value, right? So 3 equal 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 string 3 is false, and 3 not equivalent to string 3 is true. So you sometimes want to test, is it not the same? And then I'm going to do something because it's not the same. Or I'm going to do something because it's the same. So you can pick which one you're going to use in your programming in the future, and what you'll get returned is a true or a false. And please notice that true and false in JavaScript are always lowercase, and they are not strings. So false, is it equivalent to false? No. And is true equivalent to true? Definitely not.